Greetings, fellow Seraphs. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, Episode 37, Furnishing the Hilltop. The first thing I want you all to do, as you can see above my head, is to vote for a new goal. And I'm going to explain some things, so if you want to wait a minute before casting your vote, please do so. So, option number 4, preparing the smithy for mechanical power. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And don't worry, I'm not going to close the poll on you. So, I think that if I want... there's two ways in my mind to go about this. One is that I wait for the flax to be harvestable that's in our farm, and then I make multiple sales. I will make, let's say, at least 2 or 3 sets. And the other way to wait for mechanical power is to try to muster up the flax through killing drifters and harvesting wild flax and things like that in order to get 1 set of sales. But 1 set of sales is not going to be able to run a health hammer in the way I've configured it. So if we want to rush to try to get a health hammer working, I'm going to need to build a large gear and to do a 5-to-1 torque ratio with that large gear to run the health hammer off of a large gear's center axle. So there's kind of 2 ways to bring mechanical power to the smithy. One is to wait for a lot of flax, and that just means waiting until the farm's ready. And the other is to build a large gear so that we can run it a little sooner. The reason I mention this is I've committed to basically not armor smithing until I have a health hammer up and running, and I'm still committed to that. I'm not going to be hammering out like dozens of plates. It's just not going to happen until it's running. So that's the only thing I wanted to add. The other one is the search for traders. Some of the new game content requires you to find a treasure hunter trader, and I haven't found one yet. So if we want to get an elk to ride, I will need a search for traders. While you vote for that, it is nighttime in game, so I'm going to take this opportunity to murder me up some additional drifters, because I think I have a fair bit of drifters around. So my I could probably water the farm a little bit, but my flax is about 2/3 grown, if you were wondering. And that is the main bottleneck for decent mechanical power. Viking, thank you for the resub. So, chickens for a chicken coop seems to be a popular option. I like it. Reset torches. I don't know when the last time yeah, that's not a bad idea. Do a little bit of torch reset. And I'm just choosing to water the flax so that I can sooner harvest this stuff for a little bit of growth speed gain. Oh, some of this is rye. Whatever. Grain is grain. Have I considered doing another flax farm? I could. My only concern about that is if it will actually... Like, I could easily build a new one, right? I just don't have the seeds for it, and I don't know if I have the growing season for it. So, I'm not saying no. I'm not sure how useful it would be. If you're wondering, in-game... Oops. Not what I meant to do. It is December 11th. You know, we're definitely going to come up to a time when I won't be able to grow very much. All right. I agree. Let's reset some torches. I think what I'm going to do is make some more torches too. I actually like the double torched grow rooms. I don't like the dark spots. Here we go. Torches reset. I just don't have a torch for myself. I can fix that. Sort of. I just realized it's snowy. Let's try this again. If I'm going out there, I'm going to want some light. I was kind of expecting there to be all sorts of enemies out here, but there really isn't. Oh, no, there they are. I hear a Bowtorn cranking back the shots. Stop it. Oh, I saw the Bowtorn. Have I actually made the chests? That would be one of the pull options there. Building more of the base. Where do you think you're going? And for those that don't know, if it ain't pulled, it ain't work done. To put it simply. For better or for worse. Okay. 2 more torches. And we'll relight these. So we've reset all the torches now. I was kind of hoping for more drifters, but no such luck. Did my shears just disappear again? No. I was gonna make a fuss if they just vanished again. But no, we're fine. Alright, cool. So it looks like building more of the base won out by a hair there. So I'll update the priority. And there's a bunch of things that that I need for the base. So I do need in the base some internal stairs because you can't go from floor to floor at the moment. I'm going to need doors because it doesn't actually even have doors yet. I am going to need walls and just honestly a lot of stuff. The base is in a very unfinished state, which is fine. But I acknowledge it for us to actually move in, it needs to be a little bit better. So first is really easy to do, which is just to get some doors. And I'm trying not to overuse my my saw. I'll go with 4 doors. I'm not exactly sure how many doors I'm going to need. I'm going to assume 4 is a decent number. Oh, that got eaten. I think I have 2 different stacks of flax. I did. Oh, that's a whole nother linen. Alright, and now we have the nails and strips. So the nails and strips can be used to make bigger doors, or gates, or whatever. Racks, scroll racks, silver plaques. Eventually the stuff used for mounted elks. But I want wooden chests. So let's do 4 wooden chests, maybe? For now? Maybe more. I'm trying to think if I want to save any of the nails for anything but chests. Now, let's just all chests. I'll commit to it. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to the saw anyway. In case I need it while I'm up there. I don't really see any enemies around, so let's get up there and see what needs to be done. I did bring some spare clay, so I will have the ability to make cobble. for setting up the base's internal stairs. I could make trunks, yeah. It depends on what the chests are for. I often like individually labeled chests rather than trunks, because with trunks, you know, it's a lot more space. So I probably, in hindsight, this won't be an entrance, right? I think we kind of decided that the main entryway for the floor should be on floor 2, as that will be like the living area. And that's probably not a very good place for a door. There we go. So I'll want some sort of little balcony out there so that it's not just like a leap of faith to get in the base. Oh, of course. I really, like, slab placement is going to be the end of me. My character is going to die because I placed a slab wrong. That's my ultimate prediction. I just can't. It's one of those. My brain doesn't like fully comprehend the nuance of slab building, and no matter what I do, it's just like, no, it's wrong. And I try again, no, still wrong. There we go. Okay. Probably. Oh, hey, bud. I'm surprised I have like a rift close enough for them to even spawn up here. So we were deciding on where the stairwell up should be. And what I could do in this instance, are you throwing things through the... Are you serious right now? So I think I like the idea for stairwell, for this stairwell, to continue all the way up. And I'll show you what I mean in just a moment, after I place these doors down. So I got a door for the cellar. We'll have a door... that's a little claustrophobic. We'll have another door for the sort of like balcony, rear balcony area. And then I was thinking of having stairs go up like this on both sides, spending precious space for symmetry, because it's a big enough base. I think I'll be fine without the symmetry or the floor space. It's like putting in a USB stick. Yes, absolutely, that is what it feels like, and it's driving me batty. Now, I had polled that what kind of accent color to include for the base, and what was voted is that it didn't matter. So one thing I could do out here is to dig the terrain level down a little bit further, and then once I'm done with that, like set up a wooden balcony that overhangs and is illuminated so that like things can't mess with me when I'm outside. Because I, for one, do not like to be messed with by drifters constantly. Kind of annoying. I do not acknowledge their right to live. It does mean that there's like a void space here that can't be used. I could always push the base out a little bit so that this space is usable again. But that's not really high up on my worry list. So where I have the Hellhammer right now doesn't really work, but it's easy enough to move it. I'm not concerned. All right. I could also have a balcony out here. I don't know. Future me can decide that. All right, moving the Hellhammer a little bit. I can move the rotor wheel to the back or somewhere else. For now, I'm just going to leave all that there the way it is. Because I don't really need to work out mechanical power until it gets voted on. So I'm going to leave that for future me to deal with. Not present me. Wait, why did that go vertical? Because this wasn't forced horizontal. Okay. There we go. We have 3 floors, all accessible. I'm just going to drop the Hellhammer materials down just so I don't have to carry them around with me. Obviously, I'm not building a functional... Oh, I have to rotate that. Not building a functional Hellhammer. I'm just setting it up so that it's not being held by me. All right. There we go. We have our floors. I need to work out what the main entryway will look like. But I like it. Now, in terms of storage... It's gonna probably get pretty claustrophobic pretty quickly, but this floor was gonna be my kitchen. Where it also, again, depends on where I have the mechanical power, but it's gonna be my kitchen, which will have like a brick oven at some point, and then also just the living floor. So I'll put the chest down here for now. I probably want to, at some point, set the chests up to be labeled chests, though, so that I can mark down what they are and what they have in them. All right, let's change the entryway. I know I just put a door up there, but it's going to be a suicide door, aka a door to nowhere, for now. And then maybe in the future we can decide that it should have like a balcony or a lookout, something. Another thing to potentially incorporate into this base is its own panic room, if I don't want to have to go to the other designated panic room. Because there might be an instance where storm comes in and I don't want to have to leave the base. I just want to stay here. I think that's pretty reasonable. Not combining chests? No. No, I'm not. I'm gonna grab that lantern and pick away at some of the hillside up here so that I'm gathering... Oh, I missed. I'm gathering materials and also, like, flattening things out. Because I'd like for my, like, little hilltop fort to be the highest thing here. Meaning, all this will eventually have to go. Am I really shivering? Ooh, it's -12, yeah. Character's getting cold. It might actually not be this cold down by my pond base. It might just be the elevation doing it. Not a lot of elevation gain, but... Do I mean a panic smithy? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. Did not think I would need a way to heat while up here. But I can always turn back and go home and warm up. Don't know what, Let's see what this would look like. I don't know how to get that one, I can force it horizontal, I guess. That's not so bad. I don't have the materials to build the whole thing, but at least we have the concept. And then at some point I could always put railings and the like. There's probably a lot of stone in this peat area. If I want to flatten things out. Yep. I got some bushes to burn. Might be too windy up here. Yeah, the problem is because there's peat at the top of this hill, it also would mean this peat could burn, and I'd rather not lose a bunch of potential fuel, you know, by staying warm for one night. Seems like a bit of a waste. So I'll probably want like glass in the front here, because like this is the one place that they can shoot in. But yeah, there you have the concept. And because of this like slight overhang, I think it will keep snow off the path. Maybe. There was the case where like I fell to my doom earlier, running down here. I'll probably want railings, more railings at some point. But that's probably its own separate goal. And not something I'll do right now. Alright. Headed back to heat up. We also have daylight. And if you want me to continue building up the hilltop, feel free to vote for that. If you want me to change priorities, I know it's a little early. But it's now with doors and all that, so I figured it's a good time to pull. One serving left. Okay, let's grab that serving so that I am cooking while also heating. Give you 5 minutes to vote on this. Alright, that whole serving went down quick. So what do you think I should work on next? Continue building? So what if we did continue building, let's say, I might want a wooden bed. The trouble is the linen for the bed is a little bit prohibitive, right? So I think what make more sense is just to start physically moving my stuff up there. So I'm relying less on this dirt hut. Because I could definitely phase this dirt hut out at some point. And commit to living up there. What are some other... I could make a wood oven. A clay oven. There's probably not much reason to do that until I actually have a sizable amount of grain, though. So although that would be something to do for building up the base, I don't know how useful it would be, to be honest. Just checking on the crops. But it looks like building more of the base is the popular option. So, thinking about that, I think it makes sense to start moving materials in and labeling it. So, I'm going to label chests and move storage as part of building up the base. So the labels require signs. So what I'm referring to is once you have a sign, you can add the sign to a chest to get a labeled chest. So that's boards and sticks. And then I'll need lignite, charcoal, something in order to actually do the writing. So let's get the 8 chests that I had already and slap labels on them. I'll probably leave them unmarked until I know what will ultimately go in them. But I'll start to bring materials up with me now. My 2 cents, I'm not really sure that this is a good use of sunlight, daylight, because this is tasks that I could work on at night. But you voted on it, so let's get it done. So maybe 2 of these chests will end up on the smithy floor, at least 2. Maybe like 1 for ore, 1 for ingots. Something like that. And let's put them here. I don't have any ore or ingots on me right now, so like there's nothing to actually put in them. I know I just put these down, but let's label them. So the reason I'm not doing combined trunks like this is I like having just a bunch of labeled chests with labels instead. That's just a design decision. Alright. So we'll put in dirt. Soils in that. Clay. Building materials. And I'm not deciding for sure, like, this is what goes in here. I'm mostly just, like, moving things out of storage from the down base, and then figuring out, like, what I need to add for storage, and then allocating the spaces. So I'm doing a little bit of sorting now, but it's maybe not permanent. And then once the vessels are emptied, I can also move the vessels up. And stick the vessels in my cellar up there. So I already have one vessel. So this is more or less moving day, if you will. I wonder how bad I am at walking a straight line in the third-person view. Let's not find out. Oh, the parish timer is a little bit lower down here. Cool. There's nothing that should go in there anyway, though. I think, just to save me time, I'm not doing any sorting right now. Not really. Like, just the bare minimum. And I'll even, what I'll do is my own inventory of stuff like I like to carry around with me, I'm gonna dump in this vessel so that I have more inventory space to move more stuff. I could do the same with tools. The only trouble is, like, I don't want to have to put the tools back in the same slots. Because, like, I'll never remember what slot I'm used to, and then just through muscle memory, I'll, like, hit the, you know, 5 key for a shovel, and I move the shovel to the 6 key. Like, you know, it's useful to keep your toolbar essentially the same at all times. Can glacier ice be cut into slabs? No. Would be nice, though. So, some things, like seeds, should still be down here. I think we can all agree to that. So, I'm gonna leave a vessel down here for, like, plant seeds. Because it does not make sense to bring seeds up to the hilltop. Because my farm is down here. It might make more sense to put the seeds in a storage vessel. And then on top of that, I think for now I might keep my cooking here. Because I just have the capacity to do the cooking down here more easily. But I'll move the forge up there. And then eventually all the forge tools. I have space for one more thing. Tongs. Could I put ice in the place of those empty panes until I have glass? Yeah, I could. Unless I'm really getting attacked, I don't think it's all that urgent, though. Oh, right, that's a half block. Horsetail doesn't really belong down here, but whatever. Same with lumps of fat. It's not technically perishable. I just like to keep it down there. Alright. Yeah, if you're worried about the Tackers. It's ugly as sin, but it works in a pinch. Yeah, if I want real glass, I could get real glass. I would just need to fire up some quartz in a bloomery. And I would need more fire clay bricks for the bloomery, because I'm out of fire clay bricks. So I would need to fire up some fire clay bricks. I mean, it's totally fine. It's not on my radar right now because I'm working on other things. Okay, let's grab the smith tools. Oh, I forgot about these tools too. The flint shovel I could probably just yeet into the forest. I can't imagine. And because I do my cooking here, I'll keep the sconce here. So basically everything but cooking is moving up. And the reason I'm leaving cooking down here is this is kind of where my food comes from. So I could have a proper kitchen up there, but like I harvest my turnips here, and I harvest, you know, whatever else the farm ever yields down here, so it makes sense to keep it down here. Same with the quarry for now. Alright, seeds and fuels. Oh god, I have so many sticks. I forgot about that. Stupid hunt for resin. You could chisel the ice in order to make it like more transparent. I just don't. I don't care. I'm not trying to make ice look nice. If I had actually glass, I might bother. So it is weird to have our storage cellar up here, given that I do my cooking down there, but whatever. I should at some point try to use up that. This shovel can just get gone. I think. There it goes. That thing probably dropped. I don't know how many feet, but quite a lot. Little strange, given that the health hammer is kind of blocking some of it, but that'll do. I don't think that's enough illumination to keep spawns at bay, but it's better than nothing, I think. Alright, we are almost moved out. Yellow glass with lights behind them for the real skull look. Yeah, I mean, it's very skull-like, but it's symmetrical on all four sides, so it's like a four-sided skull. I like it. Just, it's weird. Alright, fuels and old clothing. And ores. Guess it doesn't hurt to have hand baskets. Nope. Don't want to sleep. Didn't mean to do that. We'll move that up there. I'll even move the honey up there. Speaking of honey, I am hungry. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 19th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Vintage Story players.